Hello and welcome to Milwaukee, also known as Chicago Junior. I'm sorry, please don't click off. Please don't click off. I wanted to come up here again for a while. I'm finally back up here. And I'm going to ride every single one of MCTS's Metro Express bus routes. I'm going to be grabbing the blue line, picking that up, grabbing the red, then I think like the purple, then the green. So I'm going to hit all the different colored lines.
The Metro Express routes launched in 2012 with the blue, red, and the green. MCTS said these routes would help them better meet the needs of bus riders and the community through improved air quality, faster service, and increased capacity for the level demand in these high ridership corridors. Two more routes were added in 2015, the gold and the purple. The Metro Express buses stop every half mile when combined with another route, and every quarter mile when it's the only route on a street, instead of every eighth mile like the local buses. Theoretically, this should speed them up since they don't have to stop as often.
So I'm not going to be writing the entirety of each route. I don't have enough time for that, but I will be writing each of them. I guess we'll see if they're very noticeably different or faster than like a normal bus. There is so much leg room in these back seats. If you want leg room, sit in the back. It's interesting, on the bus stop announcements, they both announced transfers to buses, and the last one they just announced Bubbler Bike Station, which is the bike share, so it's interesting they include that in the stop. I've hopped up the blue and I'm going to grab the red line. It's just like Chicago, I'm doing a blue line to red line transfer. Also, this isn't a very pleasant place to wait to cross the street at all. So I'm not going to be taking this one for too terribly long, only a few stops, because like the blue, the red, and the purple kind of make this triangle. So I took the blue up, I'm going to take the red over, and then take the purple up from there and grab the green. So sorry to any red line stands, Milwaukee red line stands. For some reason, this intersection is giving me Dempster Milwaukee pulse line connection vibes, which is not a compliment. This bus is busy. People are using it.
Well, I'll make sure y'all. I'll still get you.
Alright, so that was the red line. That bus was busy and that bus was hot. They had the heat going. So now I gotta wait for the purple line, and it's a 20-minute wait. So even though these theoretically should be about every 10 to 15 minutes, obviously that's not the case right now. It's probably just gotten stuck in traffic elsewhere. Although it is important to note that these buses don't have any bus enhancement features. They don't have bus lanes as far as I'm aware. They don't have transit signal priority as far as I'm aware. They're really just normal bus routes with longer stop spacing. So it would be nice if they had like, at least just like transit signal priority. You can really tell that this is an intersection where two supposedly frequent routes meet, with a Wendy's, a McDonald's, a Clark, and then another Clark. There's one of their buses with the really bright Whitehead sign, which, I mean, it's great for readability. Alright, so it's still 15 minutes away, and then the next one's 17 minutes away, so they're bunched together. And I'm debating on whether to walk down to like the next stop to maybe get on it earlier. I'd have to walk a whole quarter mile. Alright, so now there's pretty much a bunch of 3, because the next bus is in 4, then 6, then 7. Surprisingly, I'm the only one waiting here. I would have expected at least you know, a few other people, just because it's been such a large gap. But so the thing is about a bunch after a large gap in service is like, is one of them going to be busy and the other one not busy, or are they going to equally be busy because they've just been leapfrogging each other? This bus is a lot. This bus is a lot emptier than I expected. It might have been like the second or third one of the bunch that just leapfrogged up front, but I mean, I'm not complaining. You know, it's great when there's a stop and a right turn slip lane. Well, it definitely feels like an express when I have the bus to myself. I totally didn't just say that and then realize I wasn't recording, so then I had to start recording and say it again, so.
Long. Transfer to Route 80.
It's interesting they point out where the bus will lay over. I like that. So you know, like, oh yeah, this is where the bus, you know, starts from. All right, so that was part of the purple. That was the emptiest bus I've been on so far. Again, probably because it was part of the bunch and the other two buses just got the majority of the people. So the purple and the green both end at Bayshore, which is this like commercial development Main Street thing. I think I just missed a green. Is that a green or that's a different one? Yeah, I think I just missed a green, so I guess I'll walk around here and then grab the next one because it is tracking and it is 15 minutes away. So. I mean, it kind of seems like your sort of traditional faux downtown outdoor mall sort of vibe. I mean, it's nice. It's just, they have all these parking garages and surface parking lots around the outside, but then like they still have street parking and streets here. It's like, I feel like some of these could have just been made pedestrian streets, and I think people would survive if a few of these were pedestrianized. It makes sense to terminate the routes here. Like this is would be, I think, a decent ridership area. And there is even a park and ride. I think there's a park and ride, which I think would be for the green, because that goes to downtown Milwaukee and the university from here. So there is that. I don't know how well used it is, but it's there. Okay, so there's the bus. I don't know if this is where it boards or what, but I guess we'll figure it out. I don't think I've seen this before. So you have the first floor, you have the second, and then you have this little weird split. I guess we'll see here. Alright, we're on the last Metro Express route and we're on Killick. So, new bus.
Stop requested.
Thanks for running MCTS.
GreenLine.
So after having ridden all of the Metro Express bus routes, what do I think? Well, honestly, to me, they just all feel like regular buses. They're most like the CTA Express versions of routes, like the X9 and the X49, where they just have more limited stops. But the interesting thing is, these routes aren't like duplicating a local route. Like sometimes they'll have other routes that run alongside them for a bit, but there's no one route that follows it the entire way. So some portions of the line, the Metro Express route is the only route that covers it. I think it is nice to have these branded corridors where you can look and see and be like, okay, yeah, the bus theoretically should come about every 10 to 15 minutes. And I mean, they were being used, they were busy. All of them except for the purple got pretty busy. And again, I think the purple was just, since it was part of the bunch and it was near the end of the route. But like the blue got busy, this green got busy, the red was standing room only. So people do use it. But I think honestly the main thing that's holding it back is that there are no bus enhancement features at all. Like, there's no bus lanes, there's no transit signal priority, there's nothing else to really speed it up except for the limited stops. While I'm sure that does speed it up some, I don't think it was enough to really make an impact. I mean, we still got stuck in traffic a few times, and yeah, I think like stuff like even just some transit signal priority, I think would really help it out.
I'd like to point out that this is completely based on my one-day anecdotal evidence. I couldn't find any speed or time comparison between the Metro Express routes and the routes they replaced. If there's anyone in the comments who rides these routes regularly and has noticed a difference, or lack thereof, please let me know.
However, I did say that I wrote all of the routes, and that is technically incorrect. Let me show you what I mean.
And then return. Streetcars do not stop at all stops.
The Connect 1 route used to be a Metro Express route, the Gold Line. And then they added stuff like bus lanes, and now it is a BRT route. Well, BRT route. So I think they do want to enhance the other Metro Express routes to be like Connect routes. Have like proper stations, bus lanes if they can, TSP, I think, stuff like that. Voiceover Stormy will tell you if I'm wrong, because I probably am.
So I'm actually right. MCTS was planning on converting the PurpleLine into Connect 2, a BRT line similar to Connect 1. Unfortunately, due to financial issues, the project was shelved in favor of cheaper upgrades to the PurpleLine. So it seems like the desire to upgrade these routes into true BRT lines is there, but the money isn't. Like most transit projects.
Again, like I said, I think it's good to have these branded corridors where you generally know it's going to be a decently frequent bus, but ultimately there's nothing too extra about them to really make them feel that different from a regular bus.